A user calls, she's locked out of her account. You look her up in AD, unlock, done. That ticket takes some people 10 minutes. It just took me one line. By the end of this video, it'll take you one line too. My first year on help desk, I had some certs, and not one of them told me what to actually type when a real ticket landed in front of a real person who was waiting. That's the gap. Passing the exam and surviving the queue are two different things. And every ticket you can't close while someone's on the phone chips away at the thing you changed careers for. So, 10 commands, 3 tiers, every one of them with their moment at Save Me. And number 10 is the one from the beginning. The most common ticket in IT, closed in one line. We'll build up to it. So 3 tiers, and the framing is this simple. Is the network lying? Is the machine lying? Or is the account lying? Work them in that order and you'll never troubleshoot blind again. Alright, the network triage. Number 1, ipconfig / oh, the internet is down is the most common lie in IT. The internet is fine. Something between your user and the internet is not. And this is the first command I run on every single connectivity ticket. No exceptions. Plain ipconfig gives you the headline. /all gives you the whole story. DHCP server, lease times, DNS servers, the lot. And here's the beat to watch for. An address that starts 169.254. First time I saw that, I thought the machine had been handed to some exotic subnet I've never heard of. It hadn't. That's Windows telling you, I asked for an address and nobody answered. No DHCP lease, and that one fact reroutes the entire ticket. Stop blaming the browser, start looking at the cable, the switch port, or the DHCP server itself. Alright, number 2, ping. Everyone knows ping. Almost nobody climbs it in the right order. I climb the same ladder every time, 3 rungs. Do the gateway first, ping the gateway. If that fails, your problem is inside the building. You're done looking outside, then an external IP, 8.8.8.8. If the gateway answers, but that doesn't, it's the route out. Then an external name. Google.com is a good example. If the IP answered, but the name doesn't, it's not the network at all, it's DNS. And that's the next command. 3 rungs, 30 seconds, and you've cut the entire planet down to 1 of 3 suspects before you've even written a ticket note. nslookup, 3 times failed, the IP answers, the name doesn't. That's DNS. And DNS tickets look like ghosts until you interrogate them directly. This is how you interrogate them. The one that made me look like a wizard, a user who could reach every website on the internet, but not the one internal app that she actually needed for a job. Everyone was stumped. I ran nslookup against the app's hostname, and the record pointed at a server that we'd decommissioned a month earlier. It was a stale record. So the network was fine, the app was fine, but the phone book just had a dead number in it. 1 record fixed, ticket closed for typing 1 word. Right, tracert. Ping tells you the packet didn't arrive. Tracert tells you where it died. Every router between you and the destination, hop by hop until the replies stop. And the hop where they stop is where your problem lives. That distinction is worth more than it sounds like, because there is a very real difference between walking up to your senior and saying it's broken and saying it dies at hop 3, which is the far side of the site-to-site VPN. One of those gets tickets handed back to you. The other one gets you invited to the fix. Number 5, who am I / groups. So you added a user to a group, you checked AD, you told him it was done. Access denied. Here's the thing nobody tells you. Group membership gets stamped into your token at logon. So change someone's group and absolutely nothing happens until they log out and back in. This command shows you what the session actually holds, not what AD reckons it should. So when those two disagree, the fix is a log off, not another hour of troubleshooting. Number 6, gpupdate and gpresult. Everyone learns gpupdate first, and fair enough, but gpupdate is the loud half of the pair. The underrated half is gpresult, because forcing a policy that was never linked to you in the first place is a treadmill. You can run it all day and nothing will land. gpresult tells you what actually happened. gpresult tells you what applies and what got filtered out and which OU the machine is linked to. So the day it clicked for me was when a drive mapping policy was refusing to apply on the machine. I ran a gpupdate until my fingers hurt but nothing. 1 gpresult later, the computer object was sitting in the wrong OU, so the policy was never linked to it. You can't force apply a policy that was never yours. So 10 seconds to find that out. Alright, number 7, SFC /scan now. So you'll get some weird tickets every now and then, like the start menu won't open, settings pages crash, some system dialog throws an error that nobody has ever seen in the history of the internet. Before you re-image that machine, run the system file checker. So 2 things. 1, it has to be run from an elevated prompt. A normal user will just throw an error. And yes, I made that mistake many times. And 2, it takes a while, so kick it off, take the next call, come back to it. So that command has quietly rescued more than one machine that I was going to reimage. So 15 minutes of scanning versus 2 hours of reimaging. I know which one I'm picking. Alright, So now we get into PowerShell. Command number 8, Test-NetConnection. This is where the list changes gear and where that cold open from the start comes from. CMD tells you about one machine, PowerShell talks the whole domain. First one, ping, grown up, because ping tells you a server is alive, but it does not tell you the server is listening. A file server can answer ping all day long while the service you actually need is dead or firewalled off. The ticket that made this a reflex can't reach the file share. The server pinged fine, so the old me would have said the network is fine and bounced it back. So you tested 445, instead failed. A firewall rule had eaten SMB. Host up, servers unreachable, ping literally cannot see the difference. This one can. Number 9, Get-ADUser. Honest take, after a year of using both Active Directory and PowerShell, the Active Directory console is a slow front end to information PowerShell will just hand you. When an account is playing up, there are 3 usual suspects: locked out, disabled, password expired. In the console, that's a search, an open and a hunt through the attributes, property tabs. But on PowerShell, in one line, and the 3 answers come back straight away. A user can't log in. Bruce in accounting is adamant his password is right. Run it, locked out, true. No guessing, no clicking, no have you tried turning it off and on again, or are you still for time? And if it is locked, that brings us right back to where we started. Search-ADAccount plus Unlock-ADAccount. This one is the most common ticket in IT. Not one of the most common, the most common. Somebody fat fingers their password on a Monday morning, the lockout policy trips, and the phone rings. Search-ADAccount shows you every locked account in the domain, which means the user doesn't even need to spell their own name for you to find them. And Unlock-ADAccount clears it. One line. This will not be a rare ticket. It happens every single day. And the first time I did it live on a call, the user was still mid-apology for breaking her computer, and I'd already fixed it. So there's a pause, and then, wait, that's it? That's the moment this stops being a job you're surviving and starts being a job you're good at. 4 things that would have saved me some embarrassment. Number 1, CMD commands run fine in PowerShell. ipconfig, ping, nslookup, all of it. You don't need 2 windows open. 1 window, all 10 commands. Number 2, elevation matters. SFC and gpresult want an admin prompt. If something errors instantly about privileges, you're not broken, you just haven't opened the console as admin. Commands 8 through 10 need RSAT. That's the Active Directory module, and it lives on the machine that you manage the domain from. It's not on every client. If Get-ADUser comes back not recognized, that's your fix. And 4, don't memorize the flags. Nobody's quizzing you. Memorize what each command is for, and tab completion carries the rest. So the verdict: certs teach concepts, these close tickets. Both matter. The cert gets you the interview, but your first week on the desk, nobody asks you to define DHCP. They hand you a ticket that says internet down, and they watch what you type. These 10 are what I typed, and every one of them I learned properly first in my home lab with a domain controller and a test user who can't complain when I lock his account on purpose. Break it at home so you can fix it at work. The exact builds in my home lab I've covered in videos. I'll leave the links in the description. And if you like these command type videos, I've got one dedicated on common commands that can repair any type of weird PC issues. It's right here. I'm Trev. I'll see you in the next one.